You ready? I'm talking to you. We see it. Talking to you. Talking to you. I'm talking to you. Talking to you. I'm talking to you. You ready? I'm talking to you. We see it. Talking to you. Talking to you. I'm talking to you. Talking to you. Run. Run.
Yo, what's good out there, everybody? Tony Bro, Angry Fans Radio. What the fuck is good? Monday shit. Back at it again. I'm here with the co-host. What up?
Yeah, my nigga Tone, bro. Posey, man. We were here, man.
Pose was good, man. Yo, what's good, Pose?
Man. Feeling good, man. I was waiting on you, man. I was waiting on you so I could make a comeback, man. But I'm back, man.
Yeah.
Back, man.
Nah, man. My nigga, the thing is that I didn't even hear the recap yesterday. Like, I didn't hear all of it. I just seen y'all getting killed. Like, some of y'all getting killed in the comment. Like, I just seen that. So, yeah. I mean.
Yeah, my nigga Polo, he lost badly in the comments. Like, bad. He got 30 in the comments, man.
Damn. Nah, they was relentless on him. So that shit was crazy, man. I mean, I definitely got a lot to say about it and shit like that. I mean, somebody that was there, right? I mean, the thing is, like, these events are definitely Iron Man matches, bro. Like, you got to really prepare for that shit. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? I think is some people that I was next to was there, like, the first time at an event, and they're just like, yo, this is a lot. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of standing, you know, waiting and shit like that. So we can definitely get the perspective of in the room and shit like that. But what I want to do, though, is put it out there. This is a fan show. Definitely call up 563, you know what I'm saying, 999-3000. Press 1. You know what I mean? Log in and shit like that. So we going to do that.
Yeah, we got to talk to the fans. We got to talk to the fans, man.
Got to. Because you know, the thing is about Twitter is like niggas just be killing you all day. Like, I just be getting fried all day. I'm like, shit. Yeah. I was there. What you want from me? I don't know what to do. So it's a lot to address from that perspective and shit like that. So with the event altogether, I would say overall, man, I don't know.
How do you feel? Like, as far as the event, like watching it on pay-per-view, as far as it, like, match, like going up to, as far as Summer Madnesses, rankings wise, from 1 to 6.
Yeah.
This falls. It was. I love SM4. I love SM4. That was, maybe I love SM4 because I like Hitman versus Surf. I like that battle. But going down the line.
SM4 was cool. I mean, that was kind of in Magic, right? Like, that was.
Yeah, kind of.
That was the same. Yeah, I was cool with that.
And ranking wise, from what you've seen and the times you've been in the building, what is this rank for the Summer Madnesses for you? From 1 to 6.
Wow. I don't think it's. You know what? I don't think it's at the bottom. I don't think it's the worst one. I don't know.
You look at 3. You look at SM3. We kind of
3 was pretty bad. Yeah, 3 was pretty bad. I was about to say, like,
at the bottom. Yeah. I probably want to go put
that
at the bottom.
In terms of what? I mean, what metrics would you use to rank these type of events? I mean, this is actually a pretty good question.
I feel like a good event for URL, because you like at least 2 classic back and forths, at least 2, or a classic body or something, some moment that's shifting the culture, like when you seen fucking even though SM1 not crazy, a crazy card, Calicoe did body math on that, and that shifted the culture. So it kind of makes that card kind of stand out to me. Calicoe body math on that card. So
that's facts. I mean,
that's what I'm talking. Yeah.
That's actually, I mean, I think that's a good point. I think you do have to have a certain amount of replayable battles. I said coming into this weekend that you needed 2 in a possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, you needed to have a really good battle, like a great battle, and you needed to have 2 really good battles, like at least 2 classics, right? I mean, is asking for 2 classics from an event too much? Maybe actually. Now that I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't know. 2 classics.
Yeah, classic. Yeah,
What's
classic. Not easy to get. That's a fact.
Yeah. What's the last event that has 2 classics? Massacre 2. Does Massacre 2? No, Massacre 2 doesn't have 2 classics. I don't know.
Massacre 1
and Ice, and then yeah. I don't know. It's hard to do 2. It's hard to get 2. But I would say at least you have to have 3 solidly replayable battles and at least 1 classic. So do you have out of this card right now? Do you have 2 battles that you're gonna go back to and say, you know what, I'm definitely gonna watch that again? I mean, I think so. I think people are gonna watch the battles that came out. You know what I mean?
Even if
I don't think it's at the bottom of the pack.
I look at it, even if you can't give me a classic back and forth, I need some type of what stood out to me from Summer Madness 6 was the emergence of T-Top. He looked like a top tier up there. So that's probably something that's gonna stand out for me from this card. T-Top, the emergence thing as a top tier. But for me, it's because I know how hard it is to make a classic. I gotta pick and choose other little shit like that. It's hard to do. It's hard to make classics, man. It is hard to make classics in this current situation. That big of a stage, and you telling me some niggas only come to see certain people. Some niggas only come to see Calicoe. It's really like that. So it's hard to.
Right. I mean, I gotta be honest. I mean, I think for me, if I'm just kind of going through the whole event, you know what I mean, coming into it, and this actually was very well done. There are very few people who actually knew what the surprise battle was. I was shocked at that. Me talking to people in line, they didn't know.
Yeah.
They knew it was going to be one. So I guess technically, is it actually a surprise battle if you know it's going to be on the card? It's not a surprise. You just know that one's coming. You just don't know the matchup. So I don't know if that's the right. You know what I mean? So anyway, most people didn't know.
Let me ask
a lot of people were speculating and shit.
The surprise battle. Let me ask you about that too. The surprise battle.
Right.
It was cute, and it is something that we got to keep doing, or how do you feel about
the concept of a surprise battle dead? You know what? You can't really go that way because the surprise battle is never the worst battle in the card. I don't think Mike P and Twerk was the worst battle on that last one, and I don't think this is the worst battle now. So I don't know if you could say that. I mean, is the novelty dead?
Is it now we know we get in the card, but now we know it's gonna be a surprise battle every time. Every time people talking about Summer Madness, in the back of our mind, oh yeah, the surprise battle too. Is that how the people are thinking now? We know it's gonna always be a surprise battle on every URL card. They gonna have a surprise for sure.
I think we're gonna treat the surprise battle like how if the government takes $5 extra out of your taxes, you probably won't notice it, but you'll still be mad. You know what I mean? Now that we done got that, fans, if they go to the next battle, they go to the next Summer Madness, they're like, yo, where's the surprise battle? You might get hate mail off that. People don't like to take shit back. They you know what I mean? We don't, you know what I mean? We just not doing that.
So they in a position,
as far as the atmosphere.
Now they gotta do a surprise battle. They in a position nah, we need a surprise battle. You think they in that position now with URL?
100%, and not for nothing. I just really think a lot of people did not know that this battle was taking place. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like they whatever they did to make sure word didn't get out about it. I think it worked. A lot of people just didn't know. So I mean, I think they should keep it too, because it actually turns out to be a pretty good battle and it features guys who wouldn't normally be in that spot, right? So they actually come with they shit, which you can't say that about everybody who steps on the stage that night. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's a fact.
But yeah, so I mean, going into the venue, right? I mean, obviously, if anybody has ever been to an event, it always takes a while. You're always in line, you know what I mean, early and shit like that. I mean, I actually came at 12:30. I'm not going to lie, Posey. It's not because I'm cool or nothing like that. It's because I knew I was just going to be in line. It's all right. It just is what it is. I don't really care. I end up seeing it anyway. So, it's all right, so after the doors open, it takes a while to start up, obviously. You know what I mean? Yo, shout out to Queen Flip. I gotta shout out Queen Flip. I know you got like Posey trying to kill him. Posey don't like Queen Flip for some reason. I don't know what.
I love. But I respect Queen Flip. Shout out to Queen Flip.
Yo,
he's going into
seriously though. Like,
that's a fact.
Yeah. Nah, real shit though. I mean, Flip got to be appreciated because I think all of these events and shit like that, what you don't see is how sometimes the crowd can come in there, it's a little aggy or a little bit of tension, or maybe it's a hot day, so there's some crazy shit going on. So, you know, and then this time, I think people really underestimating the fact that this was the weekend after Labor Day, NFL opener. Your kids done went back to school if you got kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? You did a lot to be out here on a Sunday, and you know what I mean? You got to work tomorrow, so shit like that.
Yeah.
Right? So Queen gets on the stage, gets the crowd warmed up, just like he always does and shit like that. So I think he has to be saluted on that, man. You got to be saluted on that. You know what I mean? And he definitely gets props because it was a funeral on that stage. I mean, shout out to my man Rome, but my nigga, what was that,
man.
bro? Yo,
my nigga Rome, man, nigga look bad, got body like yeah.
So
seen that, man.
So we get back to that, but anyway, Queen's got to be saluted for that. You know what I mean? He messes around a lot, but the way that he controls the crowd, the way that he gets everybody amped up to see the battlers and shit like that, it shit has to be saluted though. But you was gonna say something?
Oh no, definitely. Like I always see the little like before they get the stream started, you always see these video servicing the Queen's Flip, getting the crowd hyping. Nah, I was like Queen's Flip, one of them niggas, man. He one of them niggas in battle rap, man. He is, and I agree with everything you said, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, and it's like it's funny because you know sometimes I think people just take that as a joke, but that ability to just entertain people is real cool. So anyway, I mean, after all that shit, we get to the Cortez and we get to Twerk, and I think for a lot of the crowd was happy to see Tez on the stage. I'm not gonna lie, man. Yo, what did you? How did you? Yeah. I'm gonna get him in. I actually the way that I called this battle right here. I actually wait. Hold on. Let me get Polo in and shit, and we gonna get to it. Go ahead, bro.
Yo, I'm on. Just give me like 1 minute. My fault, right?
All right, this nigga. Yo. All right, so now we get into the first round and shit like that. I thought Cortez was cooking in that first round, man. I'm not gonna lie, and I thought this battle was dope because they was actually coming with some shit. You know, I was like, man, it's a pretty good battle.
Let's do this too. Like, how did the fans? Now, one we know about Cortez's history with the big stage, and Cortez is like his whole. He got a stigma. Like, let's just keep it real. He got a stigma where he, like, how did the fans receive him when he came on the stage?
See, here's the thing about Cortez that I've noticed personally. I mean, I think the response when Tez came out was, yo, it was a lot of people in there that was, like, happy he was there. It was borderline shocked a little bit among some people, and then it was also like, oh, shit, we've been waiting for mad long, so I'm glad you are out here. Like, all right, let's get started. You know what I mean? It was a lot of that going on, so you know, whatever. But he got crazy love though. Like as you can see when he starts rapping, like in his first, he just went in. You know what I mean? He actually edged it. And what I noticed about him too is that in these types of matchups, with the matchups where he can kind of talk down on you, he's the best at that. Like he's in a good place where he can talk down on somebody else on some like OG. You know what I mean? Like because a lot of these guys are younger than him, these new guys. So. Yeah, when he can just kind of do that and it allows him just to relax a little bit, he's good in that environment. But like I thought, like the thing I came away with this with is that Twerk is dope. Twerk is definitely meant for the stage and shit like that. It's a couple of things about him in this battle that I definitely picked up. But the way that I'm actually calling it now is 2-1 Tez, but I think it is debatable. I think it may come out and people could call that for Twerk. I won't be mad at that. Like I wouldn't be. I'm
hearing that the madness airballed badly. I'm hearing that the madness airballed.
Okay, so all right, so here's the thing, man. Is that Twerk? This is a problem, man. The reason why this is a problem is because you don't get 1,000 people to say your slogan simultaneously and then do that. Like, you got to move the fucking earth. Like, it's everybody in unison. The girls, the boys, if it was women and children there, bartenders, everybody, bouncers, everybody knows this man's slogan. And everybody's standing at the top of their lungs. You got to give us a slam dunk, bro. You have to do that. You know what I mean? You got to knock that shit out the park. There's no choice. You can't even hit a triple, man. Like if you want to do it, like, that was a fucking dud, bro. It was a dud.
It was a dud?
It was a dud, man. Yeah, it wasn't good. And
was that what cost him the battle, ultimately? Like, if a nigga, if he would have completed that would have been more niggas leaning like, nah, Twerk got that. Was it him dudding on that?
Missing the special move is kind of like, it's just cringeworthy. It's like shit. So, I mean, when that happened, it was kind of like, damn. And I think the crowd actually, and this is the other thing too, to his credit, Twerk, when he has these random air balls every now and again, because he does have lapses where he has dry spots, his presence is still very commanding, like, and he will still get through his stuff. He doesn't care what the crowd is going to do or whatever. Like, maybe it's a little bit of chatter. When people start breaking down when he splits these words up, Twerk, if you notice, people are listening to you. People are listening to you and saying back what you're saying, and I don't know, it's a good percentage of them like, I don't really get that, or, okay, well, what is that? You know what I mean? People are doing that with your bars. So a lot of times when it's dry spots, it's not because it wasn't dope. It's more like, what did he mean? You know what I mean? Like, so you have that effect. So at least you know people are listening. That kind of was my reaction to that. But he has a lot of dry spots. Tez actually is pretty good. Actually pretty funny too. So I thought he did his thing with that. And Twerk, of course, has haymakers. So like I said, when the battle comes out, people are gonna like it. So at this point in the night, it was already a few hours in. Niggas is already kind of like, okay, all right, we're a little bit tired, but all right, cool. Let's get through it. This is a pretty solid battle. Dope, debatable. You know what I mean? But then you get to Rum Nitty and JC, man. All right, so I got a lot of questions about this battle, man.
I got a lot of questions about the battle too, but go ahead.
Yeah. I already know what you. He's like, all right, let me do my posing. Yo, is JC a god like that? Is JC a god now? Is he a god?
Is he a god?
Is this what you gonna ask me?
No, I wasn't gonna ask you, is he a god? Like, I want to know. My perspective from the pay-per-view is maybe because I'm not in the building too. A lot of time with JC rap, it seems I don't know how to. Like with the mic shit, I don't even know how the crowd is. The crowd could be going crazy, but when you listen to it at home, it seems like he is wilding. Don't get me wrong, JC fans, he's wilding. So don't get mad.
Yeah.
But it be the rounds be sounding. It's like it's so long-winded. The rounds are so long and like, goddamn, like when are you gonna finish? I got two more. It's like, bro, that's my only problem with JC. It's like the rounds are super long and the build-ups take super long to get to. But I'm not really a fan of that stuff. I'm not even qualified to speak on JC like that. I'm not even a fan of that stuff. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm not even a fan of JC, so I'm not even really qualified. I can't shit on him because he had a good battle. But the rounds seem just so long to me. In my opinion, it seems so long to me. The build-ups take a long time to get to. Like, but how did it feel in the building? I mean, how did it feel in the building when he was going?
All right, so let me, before I even go into this, Polo, I see you. And we definitely need to get Polo in here because the one thing I was getting in my inbox pretty much all day, mentions or just seeing in the comments, Polo, you there. They was killing you because you was acting like JC was like, okay, so, all right, so
hold on.
They was killing you.
But hold on, let me explain because I need niggas that I was not shitting on JC. That's not what I was saying. I think niggas took that completely left. What I was saying was that JC, even though he smoked Rum Nitty, like what Posey was saying, he was very long-winded. It was a very boring battle. Like, and I wasn't in the building, but if it was boring on camera, I know in the building that shit was boring because I know how it is in the building when you standing up hours. But even I was like the first, second battle, but still. But JC. I think he was just very long-winded.
Yeah, it was real long, man. But that's why I'm trying to.
I hear Polo copping. Polo copping the. He copping the plea. It's cool, man. JC nigga, leave Polo alone, man. Leave him alone.
No, I'm not.
First off, JC Coalition. Hold up. In the building, it definitely wasn't like that, man. I'm gonna tell you what. I think having this battle early, most popular consensus was they getting it out the way. You know what I mean? They're gonna wake the crowd up. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like it's super lyrical. It's not later on where everybody's kind of tired. Maybe it goes over people's heads. Cool, great thinking. But in hindsight, I think that might have the effect that it had. I think people expected that type of writing all night, and I didn't see that all night. You know what I mean? So I think there was heavy scrutiny on the bars.
That's a great point.
So like. When Nitty got out there and was just cooking off the jump, they was pretty much doing everything you kind of wanted them each to do, and you was gonna get that after the first rounds, right? Before JC even got out there, I think he made an appearance on the stage before when they was playing the music, and you know everybody and their mom was on stage taking selfies and smoking. We can get to that later, but when they was doing that, JC came out and saluted the crowd. Big reaction. Like, you would have thought he said a haymaker. So you kind of already knew the writing was on the wall for what type of night it was going to be. And everybody in line, everybody in the building was looking forward to seeing JC. So he was already going to get that love. I mean, and as soon as he started rapping, for me, it's kind of one of those things where I'm used to JC. I'm used to what he brings. He's been doing this type of writing for years now. I think now for people, they just starting to get that exposure or getting reacquainted to that type of writing, so they're going crazy. But I don't know. I think it was a legitimate reaction by people that's not really used to seeing that type of battle on stage, and JC doing that. Because then after the first round, then it becomes an actual battle. Because now I got the contrast. They both can spit. So where's the separation? And I think the things that I said about Nitty before hold true. I think the versatility is just not. Like, it's not there to win battles on the big stage. I don't know. I get that impression. But I still think he can outbar anybody, though. Like, but that he has to add more to his repertoire. And then, but the other thing, too, though, is I just think it might have been JC's night, man. Maybe, I don't know if that came across on cam, though. I wanted to see what y'all thought about that. I actually thought he got to a point where he's like, yo, fuck it. He's like, you guys are gonna cheer for everything. I get it.
Well, all right. What I'm gonna say is that it definitely looked like the fans was on JC that night. Like, it was definitely JC night.
He got the star from Mario. He definitely got the star from Mario.
Yeah, he got the star from. He got the mushroom. All that. That nigga definitely grew. Yeah, but what I'm saying is like,
good.
That JC was not more impressive than the Chef Trez JC or the Craig Lamar JC. That JC that I seen on Summer Madness was very watered down. Like, it wasn't really like. But that's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas love JC. So I never look at YouTube comments. Today I'm like, yo, let me look at YouTube. I see mad niggas, JC this, yo, Polo this, yo, get Polo out of here, blah, all this crazy shit. I'm like, damn, over JC, like, y'all niggas go harder than Ye for JC.
So there were two comparisons made. Posey had a comparison, and I had one. I'm saying his next big battle. Like, he's pre-Lux treatment. Like, at this point, he's where it's like everybody the silence while this man is rapping. Like, nobody was saying nothing. They just wanted to hear these lines, and when he was going crazy over these setups, like everything. So he just had that type of respect. So even if he had a stretch where he really wasn't going crazy bar-wise, they would have still respected it and was silent the whole time. I think it's getting to that point. But Posey had a good analogy of that, though.
He used to be a fucking, like, where did this come from? Like, where it's like, is it that the fans really want to see him versus Lux, or is it like, oh, we being forced that?
It also goes with the fact that battle rap is like in a different space now, where it's kind of bars is kind of the canvas of battle rap right now. And JC, that's bars at the highest level. So it makes sense why he would be the top guy, in my opinion. Why niggas would love him so much.
So do you think JC's in the top? Like, do you think JC's in the top 5 right now?
When you see a nigga like, but the thing is too, when like when we see a nigga like Hitman up there, not Hitman. Well, I know Tony Bro got an interesting take on the Hitman battle. It's probably gonna piss people off, but
yeah,
when I saw Hitman,
whatever.
when I seen Hitman up there, kind of just captivating the crowd, that kind of that was some nostalgia. Like, he ain't saying too much crazy shit bar-wise. It's like, yo, I feel what this nigga saying. So that kind of, I don't know, it's weird, man. But I think the new era, the canvas is bars, like bars. We don't care about all the other shit. Rapping. We just care about you rapping. And JC could thrive.
But here's the thing. I mean, here's the other thing, Polo. Do you think it's at a point now where we've seen Lux battle? But, like, somebody actually made a good point. It was a joke one of the guys made in line, but it's like, Lux is human now. Like, he's a mortal. He's a mortal among us now. Like, we can see certain battles happening. You know what I mean? Like, is Lux still at that point to you to where it's like it's no shot, that JC has no shot, even after watching the Arsenal battle?
I don't think the fan, like, this sounds kind of blasphemy too, but now the fan, well, us type niggas care about Lux being on the stage, but let me ask you, how as far as the fans in the crowd, how has it changed now? Since the first URL event you went to now, how does the fans look? Does it look like younger people there?
I mean, it's definitely younger people. It's definitely people who, for them, the way that I look at, Mook and Lux and early Lions Den shit, they look at that early Summer Madness 2 era. You know what I mean? They go back before that, slightly before that, when, guys like Big T and them was really kind of killing shit, but they only got faint images of, like, how potent that actually was. So, like, now they love the lyrical shit. They have a different take on these battles, and they actually care about certain shit. So, and I mean, we can, I think that's a good segue into the shit that I'm going to say about the Hitman thing, but it's like,
you got to
do certain shit. Yeah, certain shit matters to these new fans. But then again, a lot of them are quote-unquote point system dudes, you know what I mean? Like, the scorecard guys. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it was a dude that was next to me that was like, man, I feel like his round is a little bit long. You know what I mean? Like, shit like that. That type of thing. While he's snapping.
Wait, while who's snapping?
JC. It felt like JC's round was forever, and I know it felt like that on cam. It felt like it was forever.
But his shit was forever though. It didn't feel like it was forever.
Okay, all right.
He rapped for like 3, maybe 2 minutes longer than Rum Nitty at least.
It felt long. It just felt long while watching it. He was doing his thing though. Don't get me wrong.
No,
it felt super long. It just felt super long.
Okay. Here's the thing though. I mean, I think JC. When it comes to the battle, I think JC got Nitty in terms of just like bars. Like it was a lot more potent shit. Like everything was just way more potent. He doesn't even have to punch as fast or squeeze in as much material to make that shit stick.
So
just the way he's putting that shit together.
What's wrong with Rum Nitty? Like, Rum Nitty, like maybe like 3 battles ago was considered the #1 nigga. Like, what happened? Like, what went wrong with Rum Nitty?
Nothing. He's the same. I mean, I guess if you want to call that a drawback of what he's doing, like, there's nothing. No,
because he lost his Tay-Rock.
He's doing the same thing. Well, did it change his perception that much? I don't know. I don't necessarily know. I think there's actually a lot of people who think he won that battle. I'm not gonna hold you. A lot of people think he won that battle, bro. Straight up.
He beat Tay-Rock?
Yeah, a lot of people think that. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. The thing about Rum Nitty is that he is very consistent, almost to a fault. Now he's gotten to the point where we expect every line to be fire. And every line is fire, but for you to win a battle that way, when you're going up against top guys, top seasoned guys who have gone up against people who can put an angle together, that's when the shit starts to be a problem, right? When you battle a big cannon or somebody like that can neutralize all the bars and shit. Because I think every veteran lyricist has went up against somebody that's not lyrical and lost due to some factor. And I don't think Nitty has figured out how to beat that type of person. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what happened. But even with that, even without that, I mean, I think the battle between him and JC shit was just more potent, and the crowd was just eating out of his hands and shit like that. So I don't think Nitty really had a chance in that battle. So not with the crowd anyway, and I think it translated on Cam that he just won. So, how did y'all call that shit?
I had JC 3-0. JC kind of cleaned him up. JC he kind of cleaned him up. I ain't gonna lie to you. Nitty was good, but it's just JC was just better. But it was just JC was better. But that's like a battle you really gotta. If you a bar nigga or like quote unquote like this new era with like everybody rate bars and all this shit, you gonna love that battle. But like that's the battle you got. I got to zone in to watch. But JC definitely got a 3-0. He definitely got it.
But and that's why the thinking was, okay, let's get this out of the way, because at least if it is a bad battle, there's nothing worse than a big stage, bad back and forth lyrical battle. Like that's just tough to sit through, right? 4,000 people. So I guess they figured, okay, if it's bad, we got out the way. If it's really good, we got out the way too. So that's cool. I guess I wouldn't have followed that up with T-Top and Av, but I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, there's a lot of shit that goes into that. So all right. So being in the room for the T-Top and Av shit, I think coming into this shit, I think I might have had Av with the pulling off the upset on this. I definitely didn't leave with that impression, bro. I thought this was like T-Top was going off. Av had some shit out the gate in the first, just fire, man. Both of these dudes I thought was cooking. I thought this battle was actually pretty good. I think it's a close battle. I think when T-Top is funny, man. Like he just got back to just relaxing up there. He looked real comfortable on the stage. I think he needed that battle. He needed this battle. He needed this performance because I think it showed that he can put together these types of angles that people are gonna fuck with. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people mess with them. The angles, breaking down your style, that shit was winning out all throughout the night. Anybody who was going in and zoning in on somebody's style and breaking the shit down perfectly with angles and shit like that, what Hitman was doing with Deshaun, that shit was working, man. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean? So I think that's why he took it, you know. Man, that battle was actually pretty. I'll look back on it. The battle was actually pretty good, bro. The battle was actually pretty good. The one thing I do want to point out too, and I don't know if it's necessarily in this battle, I think there's a couple lines that between some of these battles that I feel like I heard either the punch or the setup before, and it's kind of annoying to just a little bit because I feel like if I can so readily point out the other person who said something like that, it's like, damn, it must be too close. Like, I don't know. It was a little bit of that. I want to look back at it and really, really examine like the bars and shit like that. But I kind of felt like throughout the event and throughout the night, at least the people around me, we kind of was like, well, so-and-so said that, or I don't know, like that sounded like someone, you know what I mean? So that's why a lot of stuff was not getting reaction. I don't know what it looked like on cam, but the crowd was very critical of certain shit or certain things that just did not hit. And I think that's the reason why in each battle you at least got a little bit of a reaction. Like when it was a dud, you kind of felt it in the building. But nah, the battle's actually dope. The T-Top Av shit was dope. The personals was dope. And T-Top broke down the stealing in a way that I think we all wanted. Everything that we said on this show, everything everybody said about him stealing, T-Top kind of summed that shit up. So that was dope.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. I feel like T-Top definitely had the goods effect. When you battle, after you battle goods, you like get charisma. Like T-Top already had charisma.
Right.
His stage presence just seemed really, really good. Like I feel like he learned from the goods battle. He said he looked a level above Av. Like Av, don't get me wrong, Avenue wasn't bad, but T-Top was just like on another level every round.
Yeah. And I think it's exactly right. I think the thing that the camera can't catch is the charisma. You know what I mean? And before the battle where T-Top and a lot of the guys are around the fans and they've already, been around in the crowd, warming up the fans and everything like that. So you kind of get to see the persona and kind of get around them, you can kind of feel the presence on stage. I think that's what comes across in some of the battles and shit like that. And that's an intangible. It's like you can't teach that, and everybody can't do it the same way, right? So you can't. It's not you can't be another Goods or nothing like that. You just be yourself. You know what I mean? So which is tough to do because fans not gonna accept certain shit. So you gotta balance that. But what do you think about the stealing angles, man? Because I thought that was the most effective shit that has been done on him since he stole.
That was definitely.
Or
well, I
allegedly.
mean, he only battled Suge. Yeah, allegedly he only really battled Suge after the stealing. So Suge is not really like an angle person. So I knew Suge wasn't gonna go in on that. But T-Top is a really good angle nigga, so I knew he was gonna go in on that. So and T-Top did. He broke him down completely. He did the shit. He even stole Brent's Ross thing. Like that nigga was he was in his bag, man. He was really in his bag.
Yeah, and in the building, it kind of felt like that. And look, the 3-0 chants. Let me address something, man. I'm not a fan of the 3-0 chant. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say you've never seen me at an event with a 3-up. Like you might get that out of me. I don't really do the chanting 3-0. I think that's kind of crazy, especially before you hear the other person third round. It's kind of like that's wild. Like there's no reason to do that. But yeah, man, I think if you connected with the crowd that night, if you had some shit with charisma and you had angles and you made your opponent look crazy, or you broke down what they said, or things about them effectively, the crowd was really rocking with you. You did that shit all 3 rounds. You got rewarded that way. So, but I mean,
yeah, that's a fact.
But then so that's how you get the 3-0 chance. So I personally didn't think that was a 3-0 necessarily. I thought that was a close battle, man. I thought it was a real close battle. But I don't know.
I thought it was 3-0. I ain't gonna lie. I thought Top clearly won every round.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna front, man. Top,
yeah.
Top was in his bag, man. I ain't gonna front. Well, that 3-0 chant, I wasn't mad at, because I ain't gonna front. I'm like, damn, this nigga Top in his bag. Like, that's all I kept saying when I'm listening to this nigga rap.
Right. I remember thinking, like, you know what? Yeah, he probably do got this 3-0, but I'm like, but it's a thing with Av. It's like the more you watch some of these battles with the content, when you really break down what's being said, it's like things sometimes you tend to change, or at least with me anyway. So, but I thought T-Top won it. I mean, that was clear to me. All right, so on the Hitman versus K-Shine, man. On the Hitman versus K-Shine. Why do I feel like this is the most like controversial battle that's being covered? So, like post battle, like everyone's talking about this one more than everything else. Just I don't know. Like it seems like there's more energy around this battle in terms of wins, losses, whatever. I don't know.
It's because one, Hitman knows how to sell a fight. 2, the range situation and NWX. Everybody know about that. And 3, the announcement. Yeah. Can you just clarify, like, because on camera we heard it one way. Can you clarify like what Beasley was saying? Because mad people was confused.
Okay.
I think people on YouTube clients agreeing with me, and I think people saying, "Oh, that's not what he meant." So I want you to clarify because he was in the building.
All right. So let me. Here, okay. Here's the thing. Is that I don't think I think that was a bad move. I see what Beasley was trying to do, but immediately as soon as he started to get them words out, I'm like, oh my God, this is not gonna go well. Because the problem with it, and I noticed it immediately, right, after he said what he said, because basically he said there was a time dispute. And, in the contract it says 3 minutes, but one guy interpreted it as, have at least 3 minutes of material, and the other guy interpreted it as, at 3 minutes you'll be stopped, right? So something like that. That was the perception that I got. Now, everyone unanimously agreed on 2 things, all right? Number 1, that's stupid. How the fuck do you interpret 3 minutes any other way except you got 3 minutes to rap? Like I didn't know. Everybody was just confused and like we were more upset that you only got 3 minutes. But when you started to break it down, well, I thought it meant I have at least 3 minutes of material. That's dumb. And here's the second thing everybody knew. We knew it was Hitman. All of us knew it was Hitman. Niggas was set that it was Hitman. Everybody was like, this nigga Hitman. Here we go again. I know he on some petty shit, this and that. Yo, people was having whole fits in there. It was a girl. Yo, there was a grown woman next to me that said some foul shit about him, just giving him the business. Like, I know he fucking with the time again. These niggas always do it. Like, she was going in. I'm like, yo, this is kind of cool. I'm like, she a real fan and shit. Like, so anyway, everybody knew it was Hitman. So that's why when Hitman came out, you heard the boos, because the fucking whole auditorium we just all telepathically agreed that, yo, this nigga did it. So and then once everything happens and we get on stage and then we find out it was K-Shine, it was mad shock. Everybody's like, yo, K-Shine did that? Yo, that's crazy. Like, we wouldn't expect that from him. If anything, you see him on that stage, if he tends to go longer as he gets heated up, he actually gets better. So, like, why would you be the person that has a problem with the time limit? Like, it didn't matter. So, and then once the battle started, I think the crowd started to be like, okay, Hitman was actually the one on the other side of the shit. And I think that did affect it. I mean, Hitman had a great performance. I'm not taking anything away from Hitman, but I do think right now it's a little bit of, like, people going crazy because Hitman he did Hitman. Like, he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think people were a little...
He did amazing, though.
Seemed like it's a little overrating the situation, just to me, personally. I thought it was dope, but... And, okay, before I even get to that, he beat K-Shine without a remix, and I can't... That's the part where I'm like, oh, my God, like, what? No remix, no bullshit, just straight up bars, man. And a lot of times when you hear, like, I think with this battle, too, there's going to be a bit of a perception that people wasn't really fucking with both dudes or whatever. But I think both of them had dry spots. I think both of them had points where people was letting them rock and kind of seeing where it was going to go. And if it didn't go anywhere, it was like, whatever. And then K-Shine just got on the treadmill at the end. I don't know what that was about. He just got on the treadmill, bro. I can't explain it. And he went all the way back to the DVD days. He went all the way back to him battling Goods. And I don't know if that was just like out of pure, like, I need to make something hit, or, you know, nerves. I don't think it was nerves. You know what I mean? Or maybe you're just trying to get through the material. So I kind of, it felt like that. Like, it seemed rushed. Everybody's like, yo, why is he rapping so fast? I don't know if that came across in the building. Yeah, the whole thing was actually pretty crazy, man. That Hitman's first round was dope. I actually thought the first round was close between them, and then I gave the other two rounds to Hitman.
Close?
Yeah, I thought the first round was close, bro. I do, man. I mean, I still said Hitman got it, but I thought the first round was a little bit close. It just was. I don't think this is
like,
yeah.
I'm gonna be real, man. I'm gonna be 100% real. I feel like Hitman beat his ass. Like, I feel like K-Shine. I watched this battle again. I feel like K-Shine didn't say nothing the whole battle until he got to the fucking third round, and he did, yo, you know how much? Let's do wild style. Like, and I feel like that was decent, but his first was bad.
It was hot.
Yeah, but then he dragged it out too long. Like what Posey said before, I think the DNA, I think that flow was starting to get, like, repetitive. Like, I feel like, I don't know, man. I just feel like he was not hit the K-Shine that went against Sue Surf, the K-Shine that went against A-Verb. Like, where's that K-Shine at? And I think they got a lot to do with the fact that he took a battle the day before Summer Madness.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, everybody, like, that was also the consensus among the people there. Like, man, he took this and too quick, and I get it, and that's 100%. I think you could point back at that. I mean, it's the day before, and it's also Hitman. I don't understand the logic in it, but I guess he thought he could get over with that. But the other problem with the wild style shit that he was doing. Like, the actual problem with that, it wasn't the fact that he was using that flow or whatever. That wasn't the problem. The problem actually was, if you're going to do that, at least make sure that last bar that you say is a fucking room shaker. We'll forgive you every time. I mean, Clips made a living on 4 and 8 bar setups that we just love, but you guarantee that if Clips is doing that same scheme in a Summer Madness crowd, that last bar is going to be just a room shaker, especially if I'm gonna do this certain cadence that I'm known for. You have to make that shit work. So I think that kind of hurt him in the end with that thing specifically. But I thought his first round was cool. Man. Damn the boos, man. How did the boos? When people was booing and shit, like, how was that on? I know that Hitman intro looked dirty as hell, bro. I know that shit looked fucked up. Oh,
but
man.
I know a lot of people didn't understand why. I wasn't in the building, but I understood exactly why. Because the way Beasley announced it, URL, they like low-key petty, like on the low. Like, I feel like they announced that, like, this is just my assumption, it's not nobody else. I feel like they announced that so that fans could think that it was Hitman.
Theory.
I really feel like they announced that because there's no reason to announce that. They announced because K-Shine was freestyling. Like, he started freestyling, and he started making up for the time that was lapsed. So I really feel like they announced that to make the fans hate Hitman. But they did not expect, well, this is just I just feel like nobody expected Hitman to actually show up. So when he showed up, like damn, this nigga, like, what the fuck? Like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But there's
hey,
no
I'm
reason
gonna get Drizzy on. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, yeah, get my nigga Drizzy on.
Yo.
What up, bro?
Yo.
Midwest Drizzy.
Oh, man.
Drizzy not on Suicide Watch no more. He good. Yeah, he good. He not on Suicide Watch no more.
Yeah.
I'm back. My fault.
Drizzy was getting a lot of bad news about the Midwest. So, I'm happy this happened. I'm gonna let I'm gonna let you have your celebration and shit like that. Cause I was gonna get at you and shit. Cause I felt like you G'ing it up just a little bit. Whatever. I mean, it was cool, but I didn't think it was. You think it's an all-time Hitman performance? Okay.
This is one of them. Come
on.
Here's
the thing. So,
come on.
In the moment, I could have been a little. I felt like I could have been a little effed in the moment. So I had to wake up, get a nice bowl of cereal, and rewatch it. Right? I had to be like, I got to make sure I ain't tripping.
A nice bowl of
ass
cereal.
whooping looks worse the next day. It's like leftovers, man. The ass whooping looks worse today than it did yesterday. He beat the shit out of K-Shine, dog.
He beat the snot out of K-Shine, nigga. It was so bad.
All right, guys.
I got the first round. This nigga said K-Shine got the first round.
It was so bad in the third round.
I thought it was close.
Listen, it was so bad.
Yeah,
K-Shine is whispering to Hitman like, man, I'm trying to fight back. Yeah, nigga, you getting your ass whooped.
Yeah. By the second and third, I mean, it was like, this is bad. This is bad. And then like K-Shine's not coming with his shit, and he's speeding it up randomly. I don't know what was going on, but yeah, Hitman winning with no remix is kind of ill. I mean,
that's fake five.
Nigga,
that's fake.
I gotta
nigga, that fake 5 line was crazy. Like that was
amazing.
That was
Big T,
Big T.
I don't know, like Big T, like, you really embarrassed Chicago, man. Like, you embarrassed us, man. Like, what? Like, why would you get up there and spit that trash and get booed? Like, you should have just stayed out of it, man. Like, what are you doing?
In the building when Big T got on the stage, I think at that point it was like, all right, K-Shine, we was cool with he's beating you back, we was cool with whatever you was trying to make a comeback or whatever, but then you put Big T in there and you already kind of was getting your ass looked. It just was not a good look unless T was gonna come out and say something crazy, and he did get respect from the crowd just to be like, all right, well let's hear what he's talking about, and it definitely did not go over in the room, bro. I don't think that shit went over in the room at all. How did it look on cam?
It looked bad on camera. Like, it looked bad. And then Big T said the line, he got booed, and K-Shine was telling him to run it back, and Big T looks at Shine and like, nah, they didn't like it. Like, he didn't want to say it again. Like, he didn't want to run it back. So K-Shine just moved on. Like, he just moved on.
I want to keep it 100 though. I do. I mean, as a fan, I appreciate the competitive nature. I appreciate what Hitman was trying to do. The fact that I didn't get a remix, I kind of feel the way about. I'm gonna keep it real. Whatever. Nope. I'm gonna admit it. Nope. Everybody there is thinking the same thing. I'm like, this is what's happening in the crowd. While Hitman is snapping, everybody's like, he's about to remix that one. It's like, and then when he did the show out bar, we was like, all right, that's the one right there. He's gonna do that one, and whatever. Like, we kind of didn't get one. I don't know. You can't go to a Hitman battle and no. If it was a verb battle and no showtime, I think you would feel away. I'm just saying.
But
time battle and no slow down.
He told us. But that's what I'm saying though. I had a conversation. He told me that like that's the hard part because the fans be wanting certain things, but then some niggas be complaining like we don't want. It's certain niggas that when they go see Chef Trez battle,
I've been on my feet for 5 hours, bruh. I worked a 6-hour shift in the crowd, bruh. Give me a remix. Sorry.
But listen,
give me. I need all the special moves. I need them all.
But Tone, Chef Trez next battle, there's gonna be niggas going specifically to see him do 3 back-to-back freestyles. But like I don't feel like you gotta do that every like it's too much. I don't think you got to remix every time.
Listen, you thinking too hard about it. Yes, you don't got to do it all the time. It's probably effective and helped him get through his material and likely helped him win the battle. I'm thinking about me right now. I don't give a fuck about.
You in that building.
I want to see all the cool shit. I want all the cool stuff, all the moves, all the shit. I'm sorry, I was standing there. Whatever. I'm not mad. I'm just saying, like, would have been cool. He didn't need it, but fuck. Whatever.
Hey, so Tone, in the building, how did?
Oh yeah, he did get cut off too. Like, the awkward endings with Hitman. When we clearly knew he had more to fuck K-Shine up with. Yeah, that didn't go over too well in the building either, and I don't think that helped K-Shine either. It was just bad announcing that. That was a bad announcement. I don't think they just did that.
Sidebar.
In hindsight, I see what they was trying to do. So I don't fault them.
Sidebar. Hitman, leave the Pokemon bars alone. Like we ain't gonna do that.
I apologize, y'all. I apologize, but fucking let's go to Detroit, man. Cause I gotta address this, man. Let's take a trip to the D.
I'm glad niggas being consistent about the Hitman. Look, before we do that, I'm glad niggas being consistent about the use of the Pokemon bar. All right?
I ain't
one dude in the crowd that was like, well, y'all let Mike P do it. Cool. And there was another dude in the crowd like, well, I don't like it when Mike P does it. I'm like, all right, I see what's happening here. You know what I'm saying? So be consistent.
I don't like
it regardless who do it. Yeah. This nigga just...
Yeah, I'm not really a Pokemon nigga, so I don't be knowing what niggas talking about Pokemons or not.
I didn't know what it meant. I didn't get it, but whatever.
Yeah.
Fire on every stage.
Level. Yeah, okay.
That'll hit me.
But we can go to...
Now, I went back.
Take us to the D, Posey.
Yeah, we're going to Detroit. Buffy's on. The nigga, I went back and watched that battle. Calicoe was trash. Calicoe was really trash. Like, I know we got him winning, but that boy was shredding ass.
Hold on. When I looked online and I seen everybody going crazy over Calicoe, like crazy, I'm like, okay, outside of the first round, my nigga, like, y'all.
Hold on. Let me get in this real quick, man. If Calicoe was trash, what the hell was Briz? Come on, man. If Calicoe was trash, what was Briz?
Well, that's a fact. But I'm talking about the fact that people was acting like Calicoe was literally the worst I've ever seen him.
Calicoe's first round was fire though. I liked his first round. He was real lyrical with it, but then he kind of was feeling himself with the blatantly taking song shit. Like we don't do that.
We think we love him so much that he thought we love him so much like you could do whatever you want up here, bro. No, you need to be normal. Like we don't love you that much, my nigga. You could just do whatever you want, like saying songs. Like what are you doing? He down there with like all Briz had to do was have a normal battle and he would have won the battle. Like yeah. Calicoe's trash. I'm sorry, man.
And in the building,
nah, he's not trash. But
he literally
he was trash in that battle. He was trash in that battle. No, go ahead,
he brought his entire neighborhood. He brought his entire neighborhood to the battle, and it was definitely noticeable. There's a lot of people from Detroit there. Shout out to them. I definitely don't need, like, you know what I mean? Like, I go over there every now and like.
Oh, yeah, talk to the D, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Shout out to the D, like, we're not doing that. So a lot of them there. It was one dude in the ski mask. He looked kind of crazy up there in that hot ass room in that ski mask. I'm like, yo, this is wild. But that's Calicoe, whatever. Mad at y'all on the stage. So this battle, clearing people off the stage. Stage people, get off the stage. Get off the stage.
Yeah.
Or like, at this point, I'm like, yo, do y'all even respect? Like Beasley just looking like defeated, trying to tell these hordes of people to get off the stage. Like, why is there not better management of this? And this is what's delaying the battle. Like, that shit is wild annoying. Like, get the fuck off the stage, man.
But, I mean, yeah, but it's a rap show. And then, yeah, like, do you ever have this same problem every event for, like, the last 5 years? So it's like,
yeah, you need to figure that out. I mean, so that's one thing, right? But then here's the problem. When you already had a 20-minute delay, that part that's totally preventable starts to become an issue. You know what I mean? So, and here's the other thing about the event, and I can't go completely left on it because I think it was some dope stuff that took place. I think there are too many external factors that are impacting the content that y'all seeing. The mic situation is a big fucking deal. I mean, as simple as it sounds, the mic thing is a problem. It's a problem, like, because I went all the way to the back to get a drink, and I went all the way to the front, and then I could hear. So then I could actually hear what was going on. I'm like, oh shit. All right. So the problem is that you start the battle and it's always a mic check, right? Cool, mic check. Yeah. Okay, when the crowd is yelling to you that they can't hear, the fucking response should not be quiet, because maybe the problem is the mic. It's thousands of people in here. Like, yeah, no, we're all quiet. We literally can't hear you. So people were signaling at one point, yo, we can't hear you. Then they would just be telling everybody to be quiet. And the people in the back still can't hear, right? So sound going in and out. You can hear people yelling, yo, turn the mic up throughout the time. So that happens, and the mic's going in and out is actually a problem. So it starts to affect what's going on in the crowd. So imagine you standing there, you paid your money, and you can't hear what's going on. A lot of times people just end up talking. So that random crowd chatter that you hear is people not knowing what the fuck is really actually going on.
You know what's crazy? On the pay-per-view, nigga, you could hear.
And that impacted the battle.
Stage talking. Like, on the pay-per-view,
in the pay-per-view, you can hear niggas. Yeah, exactly. You can hear niggas whispering to each other, and you can hear everything. My nigga, you could hear niggas at the bar ordering drinks. Nigga, like
that's a fact.
Everything on the pay-per-view.
But Tom,
that's why
I want to ask you.
We can't.
The building.
The building was bad, bro. The audio shit is bad, man. For that type of venue and for people who are actually all the way in the back. Like, because, okay, here's the problem. The problem is that sometimes you can hear it a little bit, but when you hit certain haymakers, or maybe they set up something intricate and it requires you to actually listen to what was going on, like, you miss that. So the shit doesn't come off the same way. So, and if you MC that righteous shit in a way that makes it so that, okay, I know this is going to be a haymaker, so I'm going to put a pause in here. Like, maybe that's your fault for writing like that, but it's kind of fucked up.
Somebody got a siren going on.
Somebody somebody with the police.
Oof. With them. Somebody with the police.
Tom.
Yeah, go
ahead.
My
fault. I wanted to ask you about something you said. You said it seemed like they catering more to the pay-per-view watchers rather than the in-the-building experience, and you feel like that's a bad thing.
Oh, that's a fact.
Why? I want to know why you feel like it's a bad thing. Like, give me your assessment on that.
Here's the problem: is that because what you do in the building is going to affect the crowd, and like it or not, the crowd is going to impact the battle. The crowd can distort the battle, make it look better than it is, and also make it look way worse than it is. And the other issue is that these are people who paid $100 to be there, to be at the event, and I just think certain things hold back the quality of it. And besides that, the other part is I think it definitely affects the MCs. It just does. It does. If there's random crowd chatter, if there's people who can't hear in the back, and if your mic is going in and out, you got to stop, or it takes you a while to get mic'd up, or the time between rounds is crazy long, or the time before I go on stage is like super long. Like, it's external shit, I think, that impacts the battle that could be solved. You know what I mean? Like, legitimately. Right? So, and I think, and that caters back to what the fan experience should be at a battle. You know what I mean? And as someone who goes to the events, I think that should be taken care of, because what happens with your crowd is going to affect the product, right? You want people to be here and present in the moment when they hit certain haymakers, right? Like you, after a while, you do get it gets fatigued in there, right? So that's why I think that it's gotten to that point. But I guess, the stream improvements and things like that have made this a lot more easy to do the pay-per-view thing. I'm almost at a point where I don't know if URL is having conversations about whether or not they want to continue to do the big stage if pay-per-view gets to a certain point where it's crazy lucrative. And literally the only thing holding it back, from what I could read, I don't know what y'all experience was the stream quality. So
no, the stream was good.
The live stream quality.
I was good. Me personally, I had no issues with
it.
Yeah,
the shit was fire.
I remember I don't know if anybody else got this shit, but it said, like, randomly I got a copyright, or not copy. It had an infringement thing at the top out of nowhere. Like, I came back and came in and it said infringement.
The only issue I had was during JC Romnitty, like, I couldn't get through a round. Like, I had to go back to actually watch that. But after that battle, like, it was, like, perfect.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
But, Tone, let me ask you this. What is it? Why do it take, like, the transition from battle to battle? It seemed like it'd be like a damn near hour transition. Is it because niggas on stage? Is it the mics? What is it?
Yo, let me before you do that, you gotta let me get this off.
Okay.
Yo.
Okay.
This is what it seems like to me as a fan. It seems like it's a lot of people who are staff, maybe. I don't know what their job functions are. I just don't. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. I don't get it at this point, because logistically, it definitely doesn't look. It looks a mess. You know what I'm saying? I think you got people on the stage that probably shouldn't be on the stage. I think at Nome you had a guy at the door actually enforcing people with bands on. Now, it was some mad tough, goons that was turned away at that door, but it was a little bit more efficient, I thought, right? So it kind of looks like that. And then you have delays where it just seems like there's other shit going on in the background where somebody's not there yet and shit like that. So you get the little updates. That little type of chatter goes throughout the crowd. And then it's just like, and then trying to get the mics ready and shit like that. So it factors in. And then there's some outages and shit like that we don't even know about sometimes that happens. And that's the problem. And then clearing people off stage. Some of this stuff is avoidable, I think. I mean, I would at least think you would have more people on staff. I know there would be people who would volunteer to do that if that maintains order and gets certain shit right. But then again, like, who knows how professional the MCs are. I take it that most of them would show up on time in Summer Madness, but you never know. And shit happens.
Yeah, that'd be
I get that. But these delays, bro, the delays, as a fan and as somebody, like, I'm used to it at this point, but it was a lot of people who had never, you get new people out, and they're like, man, like, this is an all-day thing, right? So you imagine if you could shave off 5 minutes from each battle transition, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's 30 minutes you can get back just off the rip. You know what I mean? So, and that shit counts when it's 10:30 and I'm getting out of an event and I have to work tomorrow. So I just saying. So, but what's the Posey? Go ahead.
Oh, what Jack was saying was, like, when I asked Jack, why are we taking so damn long? He be saying, niggas, like, the niggas that actually by the battle be outside and behind the venue type shit, smoking and smacking. Like, gotta send somebody to go get them. Like, the battlers don't be on point. So that kind of fucking it take a while for the battlers to get to the stage because they was outside or talking to somebody in the back. Like,
but what's preventing? And I guess maybe it sounds crazy. I mean, you could have ushers, you could have people who are responsible for making sure that whoever gets to the stage on time, and you could also handle other little shit with them. You know what I mean? Like other little logistical hiccups that happen. Like I don't, or unless you're just entrusting that type of thing to one person. But at the event, there's only one Beasley, there's only one Smack, and they can't be everywhere at once. I think Beasley looking visibly frustrated during battle transitions was proof of, like, there's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know what the inside scoop is. I don't know the inner workings of the staff. Really not my place to tell them what to do. I'm just saying that it's noticeable to the crowd that number one, y'all sometimes look like, yo, what's about to, like, oh my God, like, where is this dude?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or it's like just trying to clear out the stage, just little simple shit like that. And Smack, my nigga, don't ever promote an after party on a 45-minute delay, my nigga. Don't ever do that. Just don't do that. It does not look good. It look like bruh, don't do that. That shit. It's just it's like rude. Like, what are you talking about? After party? We still in here.
Smack was drunk in here. He was drunk as shit, yo. Smack was drunk as shit.
Yo.
Talking to you. You ready? I'm talking to you. We see it. Talking to you. Talking to you. I'm talking to you. Talking to you. Are you talking to you? You ready? I'm talking to you.